Howdy, howdy. Wilson back at you. What is Debbie doing? Judging by the comments and questions about Debbie's system, I guess I did not explain it very clear. Clear as mud. So I'm going to try and answer all the questions about it here and now. Okay, let's start with how it used to be for Deb. When I first met her, she was going to a local casino that was close to her, and they had a $10 baccarat table. But she would go early in the morning when the minimum would be set at $5. And since it was not too busy, they would let her sit there and wait for her spot to bet. And at that time, she was just trying out using the bead route to choose her spot to bet. Here's what she was waiting for. She waited for 4 to mirror to the row to the left, and then she would start her betting sequence. It is a mirror system for sure. So she was starting with a $5 bet, and hey, she was winning quite consistently. But with a $5 bet, she knew it took too many wins to get to any amount worthwhile. And she noticed that a lot of the times she would have to make 2 or 3 and sometimes even 4 or 5 bets before she would get her win. So why not wait for another match to start betting? This is where things changed a bit. Trying this out, she was to wait for 5 in a row to mirror. But get this, then she was to only pretend to make her $5 bet. But then she would wait for the 6 to mirror, and then she would start with what would be her second bet, a $10 bet. Getting 6 to match don't happen that often. Don't happen as often as 4 or 5, but she only has to win half as many times now to reach her goal. And she could now play on the $10 table. Things were going okay, and then along comes this darn virus stuff, and the casino closed their doors, and so did the restaurant where she was working. So now the story goes online, and she couldn't believe it. The minimum bet there was just 50 cents with a maximum of 2,000. Wow. It took a while, but after she got the feel for this online stuff, things went a lot bigger. We had a lot of talks about bigger bets and playing less times. Starting at $50, bigger bet meant less times she would have to put her money at risk to get to her daily goal. One problem with waiting for 6 mirrors in a row, the casino would quite often shut her down for no activity. This is why we came up with the idea of starting betting whenever there was 3 matching mirrors. And she would only bet and start at the minimum 50 cents and then $1 and $2. If she was to win any one of these 3, she was okay. If she lost all 3 of the minimum bets, that would mean she is now at her 6th mirror, and she could start with what we would consider her second bet of $100. Remember, she was starting after 5 hands mirrored, but never placed that first bet. The point of this, 1 win and she had met her goal of approximately $100. If she was still doing her $5 bets, she would have to win 20 times to get to her goal. After she had been there a while, that 50-cent minimum was raised to $1, but that was still okay. It's now $1, $2, and $3, and she does win a bunch of those little wins, usually enough to look after the commission. This mirror system is quite available on the internet, but Debbie has really made it her own thing. She says if it will help anyone else out there, you're welcome to it, and she hopes that it works as well for you as it has for her. I do know I am over-explaining this, but I often forget about the folks that are new to this, and we try not to leave them out. All right, how about we bring up a couple of shoes and see how we do using her system. Banker, banker, player, 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 show me the money. Okay, new shoe here. Let's buzz along. I'll speed it up to try and look for the spots where she would be betting. I'm using my Baccarat recorder there on the side there to keep track. But here we got a 3 to match up. So, okay, got a player there next, so we'll bet banker. Oh, darn, we won. Okay, so let's go looking for another spot. 1, 2, 3, okay. All right, let's do it. So we got a banker there with bet player. And that's another match. So, second bet, got a player, so we have to bet on banker. Oh, darn it. There we go, the mini bet took that. So let's go looking for another spot here. 1, 2, 3, that's quick. Okay, so let's try it again. So we have a banker there, so let's bet player. And a tie. And a player. Darn, we won that one too. Okay, let's go looking for another matchup. 1, 2, nope. Nope. Coming near the end of the game here. Doesn't look like we're going to get one here. Okay, let's finish this game off and new game. Buzz through a bunch here. See what this shoe will bring us. 1, 2, 3 right off the bat here. Let's do it. 3 that match, so we have a player, so let's try a banker. And we won that one right off the bat too. Okay, so these mini bets are doing okay here, but we want to get to the real bets. One, two, three. 3 that match. Let's try and catch one that don't match. There's another one that matches. Okay, so second bet. And another one that matches. Hey, we're doing okay here so far. We got to go to banker. Oh, darn. We got it on the 5th bet. Okay, well, let's go looking for another spot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have a banker there, so let's try a player. But it won also. Well, there's the end of that game, so. 1, 2, 3. And we got 4. Let's try another one here. We got a player, so we bet on banker. But we got ourselves a banker though. Okay, let's buzz along, see what we can find. Right near the end of this shoe. Oh, by golly, there's 3 that match. Well, she wouldn't play this at the end of the shoe, but we don't care. Let's do it. Banker. Oh, and it won right off the bat. Okay, so let's buzz up to the end of the shoe here. Move on to another one. There's the end. Okay, so finish that off and bring up a new shoe. Let's clear this off and start a new shoe. Okay. So how about this? We're on the 3rd shoe and we haven't hit a spot yet. got 3 that match right off the bat. Okay, let's see what happens here. Banker, so we bet on player. But we get a player. Okay, so moving along. Oh, come on. Are we going to go through this whole shoe with nothing? How does Debbie get so many matchups? All right, let's go to another game, another shoe. All right, new shoe. One, two, three. Okay, so we have a banker. Let's bet on player. And it's a banker, so another matchup. We have a banker, so let's bet on player. All right, the mini bet went there too, so let's buzz along, see what else we can find. We got another 3, so let's do it again. First bet. And that one matches, terrific. So second bet, got a banker, so we bet player. I got a tie. Redo. And we got another match. Okay, so let's see if we can get to this here. The third play bet. And it misses too, so there we go. We have our 6. So let's go to the real bets here now. Debbie considers this her second bet on her $50 minimum. So $100 on banker. Bingo. Got it. Okay, so there she's got 1 win. Too bad it had to be on banker, but we take what we can get. Buzzing along here, see what we can find. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's give it a try. Got a banker, so we bet up. Just about did that on a $100 chip. There we go. Okay, it won, so buzz along, see what else we got. I know she would be done, but I figure we'll have a look the rest of the way through here. Oh, there's another 3. We're right near the end of the game too. We're up in the 70s. Yeah, let's play it out here. Oh, it won, first shot. So we are definitely done with this shoe now. Let's have a look here. See if it matches up somewhat. There's what we just did. Boy, that's a way too slow for me, but hey, we hit our target. Got it done. I hope that's a little clearer than mud this time. We try. I do know that this is not for everyone. There is no guarantee with it. It does take a bit of nerve to bet like that. There is no math to it. It's just plain probabilities. If you're testing this system out, have fun. Talk at you next time, guys. Banker, banker, player. Player, player, player. Show me the money. I thought growing old would take a lot longer.